You have reached Steele's Toy Collector Review. I'm your man, Steele, and today I have a very special review because today I'll be reviewing Transformers Legacy Menasor. Transformers Legacy Menasor. Menasor is a G1 inspired figure that converts into its combiner mode in over 60 steps. All 5 Stunticons, Dragstrip, Motormaster, Wild Rider, Dead End, and Breakdown combine together to form Menasor. His accessories include his sword, stand, and blaster. Stunticon Menasor stands 12.5 inches tall, and he is meant for fans ages 8 and up. Now in this next step, I'm going to take Motormaster's trailer and convert it into pieces needed to form Menasor. Before I do that, I'm going to take this kickstand and bring it back in just like that. Because step number 1, I'm going to go ahead and pull the front end of the trailer apart just like that. Step 2, we're going to take that back end of the trailer and untab the top and the bottom half just like that. Step 3, you want to go and take the front end of Motormaster's trailer, turn it around. We're going to unpeg that sword, put it off to the side. Step 6, you have these gray panels right there and right there. You get a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to go unhinge it right there and right there. Step 4, you have these gray pieces right there and right there. A little hinge right there and right there. So once you go ahead and just pop that up, tap it into place just like that. Step 5, get a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to go ahead and untab the middle piece and bring that up just like that. Do that to the other side. Go ahead and untab it and bring it up just like that. Oh, for step 7, they just simply want you to take this piece right here and just remove it. Step 8, you want to go and turn this piece all the way around. You got a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to make sure everything kind of gets folded up, meets in the middle. You got various tabs and portholes throughout this whole thing. You just tab it all into place, just like that. Step 9. You take the top piece from the back end of the trailer. You want to go and take it apart. There's this middle piece right here that you want to take and put it off to the side. Step 10. Now you take that middle piece right here. You got a hinge joint right there. Want to go and flip it out? You got a couple bills right there, and now you have Menasor's blaster. Now I'm going to go ahead and convert all 5 Stunticons into form Menasor. But the first thing you always want to do before you transform any of your Transformers, you want to remove all the weapons and accessories. I'm going to take this Energon sword here, unpeg it and put it off to the side. Because the first step of the transformation is to go ahead and turn Motormaster all the way around. Now back of his forms, you got a panel right there and right there. So let's go ahead and flip that panel open, just like that, and just like that. For step 2, then we'll take these fists and flip them right into the form, just like that. Do that to the other side, take this fist, flip it right into the form, just like that. So you want to go into those panels and close up the forms, just like that. Do that to the other side, to that form panel, close it up just like that. And then step 4, you want to go ahead and take Motormaster, turn him off to the side, and get this little backpack right here. You want to go ahead and take that backpack, swing it all the way around, just like that. And step 5, then once you take that backpack that you just swung around, and bring it up just like that. Step 6, you have the shoulder joint right here. There's a hinge joint right there, and the bottom of the shoulder joint is tabbed right into place. You want to go ahead and pop that out of place and bring the arm just like that. Again, you got this tab right here, you got this hinge right there. You want to untab it and bring it up just like that, so he's kind of doing a T-pose. Step 7, you want to take these arm pieces now, and you want to rotate them so they're going forward just like that. Do that to the other side, take that arm piece and rotate it forward just like that. Step 8, you want to go take these forearm pieces and rotate them inwards just like that. You're going to do it to the other side to that forearm piece and rotate it in just like that. Or step 9, you want these forearm pieces at the elbow joint right here. You want to go and bend it down just like that. You're going to the other side, take this elbow joint and bend it down just like that. Step 10 is a little tricky. Underneath where you untab the shoulders, there's another part underneath the shoulder where there's a hinge joint right there and it tabs in right there. You want to go ahead and unhinge that and untab it and bring it forward just like that. A little tricky. Do that to the other side. Again, you want to untab it right here and there's a hinge joint up front. You kind of want to bring the forearms together just like that. I feel that step 11 could have been done with step 10, but they went ahead and made it a separate step. But at the bottom of the forearm here, get a little porthole. Pull it up a little bit so you guys can see. Right there. You can see there's a peg right there. You want to go ahead and just peg that right in, just like that. For step 12, you want to go ahead and turn this figure all the way around. Get this chest panel right here as a hinge on the very bottom. You want to go ahead and open up this chest panel and bring it down just like that. Step 13, you have this head that was inside the chest cavity. You want to go ahead and bring that up, just like that. Step 14, you want to take Motormaster's head and flip it down just like that. Step 15, you want to take Motormaster's head and his chest panel, you want to push it in so that Motormaster's head goes into the chest, just like that. In step 16, this little panel right here that's underneath Menasor's head, there's a little tab right there. A little porthole right through the chest piece right here. You want to go ahead and tab in the head just like that. Or step 17, you have these antennas on the back of Menasor's head right here and right here. You want to go ahead and flick those up just like that. Step 18, on the back of Motormaster's leg, you get these panels right there and right there, and you get a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to go ahead and just open it up just like that. See, that's how you go and open it up just like that. Step 19, right at the waist right here, they want you to go ahead and pivot this whole lower portion all the way around just like that. Step 20, now at the top of the thigh is a little pivot joint right there and right there. What you're going to want to do next is take that leg piece and rotate it right at the top of the thigh just like that. Go ahead and do it to the other side, to this thigh piece, rotate it in just like that. Now for step 21, now you're going to take the leg pieces right here, bring them out just like that. To the other side, bring it out just like that. Step 22, you want to go and take these thigh pieces, you want to collapse them right into the leg. You want to do that bringing the knee in, popping it in, all the way in, just like that. I want to do that to the other side, take this thigh piece, collapse it right into the leg piece, just like that. Step 23, you want to go take these panels right there and right there. You got a little tab right there, a little porthole right there. Got another tab right there, porthole right there. And then once you go ahead and close this panel up and tab it in place just like that. To the other side, you go and tab that in place just like that. Step 24. On the inside of the leg right here, you see a little slot right there and right there. On the side of the chest, you have a little slot hole right there and right there. All you're going to do is take this piece right here, just tap it right into place just like that. Do that to the other side. Just go ahead and take that leg piece, bring it to the chest, tap it right into place just like that. Now for step 25. You get these panels right there and right there. Then what you do is go and untab those panels, bring it down, and just kind of tap it right into place just like that. Go and untab this panel, bring it in to the bottom here, and just tap it right back into place just like that. Step 26. You know what used to be Motormaster's foot right here? You got a tab right there. You got a little porthole right there. Want to go to unhinge it, bring it down, and tap it right into place just like that. We'll do it to the other side. You got this cab right here, or this foot. You bring it down, there's a little hinge joint. You got a little slot tab right there. You got a little porthole right there. Just bring it down, just like that. Step 27. You get this piece right here and right here. Got like a swivel joint right there and right there. Want to go and bring it up just like that. It's got a nice ratcheting joint. Bring it up just like that. Step 28. I want to go and take this piece, rotate this around just like that. Step 29. I want to take this waist piece right here. I want to flip it all the way around just like that. Step 30. I want to go and grab that piece of Menasor that you formed from Motor Master. You notice in the front here you got a couple of pegs right there and right there. Got a slot right there. On the back of the chest here, you got a couple of big portholes right there and right there. You got a slot hole right there. You want to take that top assembly and slide it right into the chest. Tabs in place just like that. Step 31. Want to turn Menasor all the way around? Get this purple piece right here. At the top of that purple piece you have a peg. Center of his back you have a porthole. I'll go ahead and slide it right in so it pegs right into place just like that. Step 32. You want to go and turn Menasor all the way around? Get these two gray pieces right there and right there, and they're being held on by a hinge joint right there and right there. We're going to slide it up just like that. Do that to the other side. You're going to slide it up just like that. Step 33. Now you're going to take Motor Master's top half of the back end of this trailer. Get a hinge joint right there. This panel, you want to pull it out just like that. Do that to the other side. Take this piece, hinge joint right there. Go ahead and untab it and bring it out just like that. Step 34. You got these purple pieces right there. You want to go ahead and bring that out just like that. Go ahead to the other side. Take this foot here. Bring it out just like that. Step 35. You notice a hinge joint right there and right there. What they want you to go ahead and do is take this piece, flip it up. You'll see a tab right there and a porthole right there. Tab that right in place just like that. See that tab right there, that porthole, and a hinge joint? All kind of goes in to each other just like that. Step 36. We're going to grab Menasor again. Back in Menasor on his thighs right here. You see a special joint right there. It's very reminiscent of the Combined Wars joints. What they want you to go and do is take each one of these leg pieces and slide it right into place just like that. Go and do that to the other side. Take that leg piece, slide it in place just like that. Before I start the next step, I want to take the back end of the bottom half of the trailer and split it in half. Because for step 37, you got a hinge joint right there and right there. All you want to do is take these panels and flip them down just like that. Do that to the other side. Take this panel right here and flip it down just like that. Step 38. You want to go ahead and take those very same panels. You got a hinge joint right there and right there. You want to go ahead and fold them in half and push them in just like that. Go ahead and do that to the other side. Take that panel right there, fold it in half, and push it in just like that. For step 39. Over here you see a little hinge joint right there, and you got a little tab right there, and a little porthole right there. I want to go ahead and swing that around so the fist comes out, tabs into place just like that. Going to the other side, get the hinge joint right there, go and swing it out, tab it into place just like that. Step 40. There's a hinge joint right there. What you want to go and do is bring it down just like that. Put it to the other side. Take this arm piece, get the hinge joint right there. I want to bring it out just like that. Step 41's a little confusing. Go and bring the arm piece up, and you just bent it at that hinge right there. There's another hinge right here. You want to kind of bend it up at that hinge right there so it comes up just like that. Do that to the other side. Got that hinge right there. We'll go ahead and bring it up just like that. Up for step 42, you got a hinge joint right there. With the arm pieces, you want to bring it in just like that. Do that to the other side. The hinge right there. I'll bring it in just like that. Step 43 is another complicating step because you got the hinge joint right there. Don't you go and just bring it up just like that. Do that to the other side. That hinge right there. Just bring it up just like that. Step 44 is fairly easy. You have a hinge joint right there. All you want to do is bring these wheels in just like that. Do that to the other side. Get that panel right there. Just bring it in just like that. Now for step 45. You want to go and take the arm pieces right here. This little slot right here is that piece where it used to be Motormaster's foot. You want to slide it over that, just like that. We're going to do that to the other side. Take this piece right here and put it right over that cab piece or that foot piece, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach drag strip to Menasor. Well, first we'll make some clearance, so we'll bring the arm out just like this and bend it in just like that. Get a couple of pegs right there, and get this little tab right there. Bottom of drag strip, you got a couple portholes right there, and you have that tab that goes right in there. What you want to do is you want to push drag strip in there, it becomes separated. You want to take this bottom piece now, you get a couple portholes right there, and on the bottom of Menasor's arm, you see a couple pegs right there. You want to go ahead and peg that right into place, just like that. Then go ahead and attach dead end. The same thing, you want to create that clearance, you want to go ahead and bring the arm out and in just like that. You want to go ahead and take a dead end, you got the pegs right there, and you got that slot right there. You want to go ahead and bring that all in just like that, and it separates the car. You want to take the bottom half of the car, you got two portholes right there. Bottom of the form, you got two pegs right there. You want to go ahead and peg that right in just like that. You want to go ahead and attach Wild Rider to Menasor. First you want to take this windshield here and you want to flip it up, its front end, and flip that up too. Because on the back of Menasor's leg you got a couple pegs right there, a couple tabs right there, a couple portholes right there, and a couple tab holes right there. And you need to do this, and you need to be very careful because you got this little purple button right here you want to push down. You want to push that in along with getting everything aligned perfectly so you can get the tabs aligned so you can get Wild Rider in just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach Breakdown to Menasor. And just like Wild Rider, you want to take Breakdown and flip his windshield up just like this. You also want to take the front of his car and flip it up just like that too. Because on the back of his car, just like Wild Rider, he has the portholes right there, tab holes right there. Back of Menasor's leg, you also have those pegs right there, and tabs right there. And you must align this up perfectly because it is not going to go in otherwise. So I'll go ahead and line these holes up. Hopefully it'll go in. There we go. Just like that. It went in a little bit easier than the other times I've attempted to do this. And now you have Menasor combined with all of the Stunticons. Now that Menasor on my display table, just want to go over some of his play features and accessories first by talking about his Energon Sword. This Energon Sword is exactly like the original Generation 1 that came with Motormaster, except that sword came in all purple. Well, this one actually has a black handle with a silver painted blade. And when you shine it to the light, you see kind of some of the metal sparkles in it to give it that little luster to it. The handle here is actually a 5mm peg. Each one of his fists is a 5mm porthole. You just plug that sword right into the fist, and now you have Menasor armed with his Energon blade. Next accessory I'm going to talk about is that double barrel cannon that he comes with. It's really nice. The only thing I don't like about it is you have two handles right here, so you have to choose which one you use. And I always use the outside one. And you kind of have to separate them a little bit so you can just peg it right into his fist, just like he did the sword. And now you have Menasor armed with both his sword and his blaster. But there's another thing you can do with this blaster, which is pretty cool. Because if you remember, if you saw my review for Motormaster, the way you arm the cannon and the stand, bottom of this cannon you have this little 5mm porthole right here. Top of the stand you have a 5mm peg. You just put that on. But the handles being on the bottom, Motormaster could like take this cannon and fire away at enemies, right? But there's a way to convert this cannon and stand so that Menasor can use it. You do that by flipping it over just like that. You have this purple piece right here. You have the hinge joint, bring it down. At the bottom of that purple piece you have a porthole right there. You just plug it right here. So now it's to scale with Menasor. So if I was taking Menasor's Energon blade away, there's a 5mm porthole on the bottom of the fist also. You could also like have Menasor aim this cannon and fire away also, which is really cool. Now we want to put this off to the side. let me just talk about Menasor real quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and give him back his Energon sword because that's his trademark weapon to me, at least. This Menasor is very, very nice, and to me, he has become my definitive Menasor. But the only thing I don't like about him, you know, and I do own a Generation 1 Menasor, and I own the Combiner Wars Menasor. And the Combiner Wars Menasor is a little bit more taxing, and I would bring them all out for a side-by-side comparison, but that would make this review much, much longer than it needs to be. I do like the fact that they finally did a thing where the vehicle is attached to the actual Motor Master to become Menasor. And the funny thing about Menasor was, in the Generation 1 cartoon series, Motor Master pretty much transformed into Menasor, and all the Stunticons did was attach to his limbs, pre-existing limbs, which kind of defeats the purpose of combining, in my honest opinion. And they pretty much tried to do that with this version of Menasor, except Motor Master cannot like grow and like, I guess, I don't know what they call that, the size distortion, where they can increase their size. So instead they had Motor Master transform into the core part of Menasor, and his limbs were part of the trailer, because they had to utilize the trailer, because Generation 1 Motor Master, the trailer and the cab combined to form Menasor, or Motor Master, and then Motor Master transformed to become Menasor. So instead they engineered it so the cab became the extended parts of Menasor. And indeed the Stunticons do just attach to the frame of Menasor, but the way that they attach is not very favorable to me, because right here you can see the big gap in the car right here. I don't really like that too much. I kind of wish they engineered it so the car could remain intact, and maybe the limbs could bend around it. Maybe there was a way to do that. Maybe a fan found a fan transformation that kind of perfected this transformation. And the other thing I do not like here is the car here bends up, and I remember the car's facing up for some reason when they attached to Menasor. And I don't like that the front end of the car's bend and the windshields come out a little bit. It's kind of weird, and it's not very G1-ish. I mean, it's not very loyal to the animated model from the Generation 1 cartoon series, which is very out of place for like the War for Cybertron figures and Legacy and Studio Series figures, because they've been staying very loyal to the animated model of the cartoon series and the movies. But other than that, this figure is great. If you were just to base it on just being a figure on its own, I would say that this Menasor is fantastic. Lots of great detail. He does look like Menasor from the cartoon series. It's just the little thing with the Stunticons splitting apart and the bottom of the cars folding and being upside down is the only setback for me. But it's a great figure. And I do not have my other Menasors to do a side-by-side comparison, but I did bust out a couple other figures. And let me bring out Menasor's arch rival Superion, so you guys can see the scale comparison between Combiner Wars and this version of Menasor, because this version of Menasor is the only one that is presented at this scale as of right now. I know they're coming out with aerial bots and Constructicons later on. Which, speaking of which, I also have my Combiner Wars Devastator on hand to do a side-by-side comparison. And he's a Titan class figure, so I mean, he is ginormous, and he kind of goes out of frame. But I'm just doing this just kind of show you guys a scale comparison between Devastator and Menasor. And as you can see, he doesn't even come up to his elbow. But Menasor, other than that, it's a great figure, and he is to scale with the other War from Cybertron figures. And I'm hoping with any other combiner they bring out in the future that it stays in scale with Menasor. But if you guys found any of the information in this review valuable, please like and share this video. Also, if you really enjoy my content, please subscribe to my channel. I want to thank you guys for watching Rad Steele's Awesome Toy Collector Review. I'll check you guys out next time.